Today we will revise Panda concepts. This is a quick revision assuming you have already gone through Pandas library earlier. Panda library is used to perform different operation on the structured data. Structured data, it can be a list of values or it can be a tabular data. For both, Panda can perform operation. A series is a one-dimensional data. Here we can create a series using a list of values. Difference between series and a list: series operation is performed at a much quicker speed than a list. How to create a series? Let's see pd dot series and we will give a list of values. When we specify the value, system will assign the index or label to these values. Later, we can use these label to perform operation on the series. If we want, we can specify our own label like x and y. Now, instead of 0, 1, labels are x and y. How we can get the value from the series? As we are using the list, we can use the index. Like we have created a series, we will say marks 0. It will return the first element. We can also specify the range. You remember we discussed we can provide our own label. Here we can see we have provided label A, B and C. So we can get the value based on the label. Now mark C. So it will return you 82. Series provide multiple summarization functions. We will discuss it here. Let's create a series of items. If we say sum, it will sum all the items. Mean, it will find the mean of the values. Value counts. Here it will count the occurrence of each value. For example, 60 here came twice, so 2. And remaining value appears only once, so it put 1 here. We can perform different arithmetic operations on this series. Let's say we say define a series and we say plus 2. So 2 will be added to each element. 2 will become 4, 4, 6, 6, 8. Similarly, if we multiply, then 2 into 3, 6, 4 into 3, 12 and so on. Series is one-dimensional. Now, if it is required to store two-dimensional data, then we use DataFrame. In series, there is only a single column. In DataFrame, we have rows and columns. It's like our Excel worksheet. How we can define our DataFrame? We define the column name like name, where value is Rita and Sam. Then we define the second column score like this one and another column like this one. So it creates a worksheet or a tabular. To get the data, either we can use a column name or row index. Let's define our data frame. Data which we have defined earlier also and pd.dataframe, it will create this data frame. Now we want all the scores. We can simply say df score. It will return you all the scores. If we want to return our row, like we want Sam 78, its index is 1. We use iLook and give the index. It will give us a row. So it's up to us whether we want data via column or via row. Filtering data frame, we can apply a filter like we have first defined this data frame. It is same as we have defined earlier, and we say greater than 80. What will happen? It will perform this condition on all the items and return true and false. But our expectation is to get all the records where score is greater than 80. Then we need to use double DF. So we are creating a DF where the score is greater than 80. It will create a new DF high where it have the actual data. We can add, update and delete columns in our data frame. Let's define a data frame. These commands are same which we defined earlier. Now to add a new column, let's say bonus, give a bonus, and then say any value. We can specify in the list also, or we can specify condition like score into 0.1. What this statement will do, it will add a bonus and it will add 0.10% to the value. If we want to modify the existing value, then here column score, difference is bonus is a new column, so it will create a new column. But if we give the same column, it will modify the value. It will add 0.5 to all the values. So 90 becomes 95, 78 becomes 83. If we want to delete a column, use DEL. DL for delete. We can sort the data frame values. So first define a data frame. It is same as we have done earlier. And then sort values. We provide on which column we want to sort, and ascending or descending. Here we have specified score ascending true. So score here, it will be ascending based on the score. Merge. Like we have joins in the database. Similar operation we can do on the data frame. Let's say data frame supports joins, like we support joins in the table. Let's say we have a one data frame which has name and score. Then we have another data frame which has name and city, and we want to merge them. Now we want name, score and city. What we can do, pd.merge df the first data frame, extra the second data frame, joining column name, and it is a left join. So based on name, it will merge both data frame. Now the city column is added. If it is required to add more data or more rows, then we can use concatenate. First define a data frame. Then let's say we have two students, Rita and Sam. Now we want to add two more students, Joni and Mary. So create another data frame, and we can say concatenate. Difference between merge and concatenate, merge will add more columns, where concatenate will add more rows. Grouping. Grouping means as we group the data based on a field in database, same we can do it here. Let's define the data name. Here we can see name is duplicate and it has marks for English and Hindi. Now we want to find total marks. So it is required to add marks of English and Hindi for each student. What we will do, first define our data frame, then df.groupby based on name, and it will do a sum of marks and give a new name total. So now we have name, new column, total, marks we have as sum, marks sum, and this is the student. It is easy to import and export data frame to files. We can create our data frame from a CSV or Excel or JSON. And if we want to again save it to CSV, we can use to CSV. So it's a quick summary of Pandas. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe the channel.